How do we discover authentic pleasure? It's not like a fairy that we're looking for in the forest that we are trying to find. Authentic pleasure is something that blossoms in each and every moment in each individual. It blossoms in your heart, it blossoms in your belly, it blossoms on your skin. And the only way to actually feel authentic pleasure is to be fully present in the moment, to drop into your body, to feel your heart. And three things that really help this are breath, movement, and sound, because those are things that we've restricted those three things in our lives. Most of us, our breath's really shallow and it's rigid and it's tiny, and rather than taking a full breath all the way down into your toes or breathing from your heart center, and movement, our patterns of movement they tend to get smaller and smaller and smaller, instead of like finding that one movement that's just, oh, so yummy, and you can just drop into the body and feel the juiciness of now, and now, and now. And sounding, I mean, how many times have you heard people tell children, oh, be quiet, you're being too loud? And we get that over and over again, and so we get smaller and quieter and meeker as time goes on, instead of letting our power come through our voice, allowing our true expression to la la la, and being playful with it. Play. This is the interesting dynamic about authentic pleasure. It's about being spontaneous and not attaching, not knowing, oh, yesterday I loved half-baked Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and then I try it today, and because I'm present, I don't assume, oh, I'm going to love it today. I actually taste it and I say, actually, you know what? Today my body, it actually doesn't want that, surprisingly enough. And being able to be present, to know, like, do I want that kind of touch today, or do I want just the lightest feathery type touch? And it may change and it may adapt and it may grow, but when you're allowing breath and movement and sound to flow, instead of like feeling like you need to restrict and be linear, allowing the circularity of nature and the circularity of the feminine energy come through you. These are three amazing vehicles and tools to help you allow your authentic pleasure, to give yourself the permission slip to feel your authentic pleasure. So give it a try. Do an experiment for the next week. Try 10 to 15 minutes. Put an alarm on if you want. 10 to 15 minutes a day. Just give yourself the full permission slip to move and breathe and sound in any way that arises. And allow it to be spontaneous, like play that happens with a child. Maybe you start still and feeling your heart and letting that drop you into feeling your breath. Or sometimes for me it's helpful to just start sounding loudly, or like even if it's a forcing the sound, or my brain is creating the sound, I'm gonna la 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 la, and then as I drop in and the layers fall away, the sounding becomes more authentic, and the pleasure in the sounding comes more authentic, and the movement that might accompany that sound and the breath that might accompany that movement can just unfold and blossom and flourish, and it just continues growing. So have fun playing.